Salut, c'est Géraldine, bienvenue sur Comme une Française TV, sound French even to the French. Let's say you're walking with some friends in the streets of a French city. You realize you're getting hungry and if you could have a glass of wine as well, you wouldn't say no. And maybe a coffee later? Now you're opening your favorite app, maybe it's TripAdvisor or La Fourchette, to find a good place around, but you're stumped. There are so many categories. Do you want to go to a restaurant? Can you try something like a brasserie? What do you pick? Let's dive in. Un restaurant is a restaurant. Easy. We usually call it un resto in everyday speech. It's, a place to have lunch or dinner. It has a particular place in French culture. That's why I've talked about it in more detail in a previous episode to share with you the proper etiquette, the words we actually use, for instance, when we book a table. Some restaurants are attached to a hotel, which make them un hôtel-restaurant. Un hôtel-restaurant. Of course, restaurants can specialize their cuisine. Le restaurant chinois is a restaurant that serves Chinese food, for instance. Or une crêperie is a restaurant that sells des crêpes. Crêpes from Normandy or most often from Brittany. There are sometimes simple shops open on the street, a part of la restauration rapide. La restauration rapide, fast food. But other restaurants offer fast food as well. You can take it à emporter, to take out or to eat sur place, on the spot. Eating something simple while on your way somewhere without taking the time to sit down for hours is called manger sur le pouce. Manger sur le pouce, literally eating on your thumb. In France, fast food is served by some big American chains and many smaller outlets too. You can find something such as une sandwicherie, a place that sells sandwiches, which is also often une boulangerie, a bakery, or even des kebab places to buy Turkish or Arab food. Le bar is another important place for French life. The term names the piece of furniture, also called le comptoir, or in older slang, le zinc, that separates the barman from the customers. More commonly, le bar represents un établissement, a place or a facility where people come for boire un verre, or prendre un verre as well. Prendre un verre, to have a drink. Or when the time is right, prendre l'apéritif, that we also call l'apéro. Prendre l'apéro is to have a drink before dinner and talk about culture, the world, and any other juicy gossip. The place can also serve meals as well, but mostly for dinner. It's usually une planche, a large wooden board carrying food like cheese or charcuterie. Some bars sell cigarettes and tobacco, and they're called un bar tabac, with their big red signs hanging outside called la carotte, like a carrot. When they also let you bet on horse race, they're called bar PMU or un PMU, which is an acronym for Paris Mutuel Urbain. The bookmaker company for horse races in France. Un bar is also called le bistrot in everyday speech, le bistrot. Preferably when it's an old place full of regulars from the neighborhood, but places call themselves bistrot and can also serve traditional food and an honest lunch, like une brasserie. What's that? Well, une brasserie is technically French for a brewery, the place where the beer is brassé, brewed. But it came to have a second meaning, much more common now. Une brasserie is a place between a bar and a restaurant. You can have a coffee or a drink there, especially a beer, but you can also have lunch or dinner. The menu is often simple traditional food like steak and fries, an omelette, or a salad. Un café is a café. Easy. A place where you can have coffee, a drink, or a light meal. The difference between un bar and a café is rather thin. and is mostly a choice made by the place itself. A bar usually needs to have that piece of furniture called le bar, though. A café often comes with une terrasse, a space with its table outside for patrons to enjoy the sun and the fresh air. But to be fair, a bar or even a restaurant can have one as well. Le salon de thé, the tea house, is less common in France than cafés. It's a place where you can mostly drink un thé, tea, une tisane, herbal tea, or une infusion, while eating une pâtisserie, or un petit gâteau, a cookie. For this reason, it's often attached to une boulangerie-pâtisserie, a bakery that also makes pastries. By the way, if you need a coffee on your way to work, there's also another option outside of all these places. Try la boulangerie. Many of them serve coffee now, so try it when you buy your croissant in the morning. Et toi, did you know all these places already? Which one doesn't exist in your country? Which one could you add to the list from your own country? Tell me in the comment section. I love to hear from you. If you're on YouTube, you'll find a link below this video to the blog commentfrancaise.com. There and only there, I read all the comments and answer all your questions as well. Do you want more than that? Subscribe now to join my everyday French crash course. It's brand new and it's a free 10-day mini course to sound French, even to the French. It's super easy to join. Leave me your first name and your email and I will send you lesson 1 immediately, and it's free. Merci for watching Comment Française TV. Sound French, even to the French. Allez, salut!